Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Do you ever feel like you've been studying English forever, but still can't speak it confidently? You're not alone. Today, I'm going to show you how to stop studying English and start speaking it fluently. Whether you're a beginner or an advanced learner, this video will give you practical tips, tools, and strategies to finally start talking like a pro. So, grab a notebook and let's get started. And stick around till the end for a bonus tip that will completely change the way you learn English. Let's go. First, let's talk about why speaking is so much more important than studying. When you study English, you're focused on grammar rules, vocabulary lists, and textbooks. But here's the thing. Fluency doesn't come from memorizing rules. It comes from practice. Think about it. Babies don't learn to speak by studying grammar. They learn by listening and repeating what they hear. The same goes for you. Studying gives you knowledge, but speaking gives you confidence. For example, you might know all the rules of the past tense, but if you never practice using it in conversation, you'll struggle to speak naturally. So, from today, shift your focus from studying to speaking. Trust me, it's a game changer. Now, let's talk about mindset. This is one of the biggest barriers holding people back from speaking English confidently. A lot of learners are afraid to speak because they're worried about making mistakes. They think, what if I say something wrong? What if people laugh at me? But here's the truth. No one cares about your mistakes as much as you do. Think about it. When someone speaks your native language with an accent or makes a mistake, do you judge them? Probably not. In fact, you might admire their effort. The same goes for you when you're speaking English. Most people are just happy that you're trying to communicate with them. Fluency isn't about being perfect. It's about being understood. For example, if you say, I go to the store yesterday, instead of, I went to the store yesterday, people will still understand you. The goal is communication, not perfection. Here's another example. Imagine you're traveling and you need to ask for directions. You might say, where's the bus station? Instead of, could you tell me where the bus station is? Guess what? Both sentences work. The person will understand you and point you in the right direction. So, stop aiming for perfection and start aiming for communication. The more you speak, the better you'll get. It's that simple. Here's a challenge for you. The next time you speak English, focus on getting your message across, not on avoiding mistakes. If you forget a word, try to explain it in a different way. For example, if you forget the word umbrella, you could say, the thing you use when it rains. This is called paraphrasing, and it's a super useful skill. It shows that you're resourceful and confident, even if your English isn't perfect. Remember, every mistake is a learning opportunity. The more you speak, the more you'll improve. So, don't let fear hold you back. Start speaking today and watch your confidence grow. Before you start speaking, you need a strong foundation. Think of it like building a house. You need a solid base before you can add the walls and roof. For English, that base is made up of 3 key things: high-frequency words, basic grammar, and pronunciation. Let's break it down step by step. 1. High-frequency words. First, focus on high-frequency words. These are the words and phrases you'll use most often in everyday conversations. Instead of memorizing random words from a dictionary, focus on practical phrases like, how's it going? Can you help me with this? What do you think? These are the building blocks of real conversations. Here's a tip. Keep a small notebook or use an app to write down new phrases you hear in movies, podcasts, or real-life conversations. Review them daily and try to use them in your own sentences. 2. Basic grammar. Next, let's talk about grammar. Now, I know grammar can feel overwhelming, but you don't need to master everything at once. Start with the basics. Sentence structure. Subject plus verb plus object. Example, I eat apples. Tense is present, past, and future. Example, I go, I went, I will go. Questions. How to form them. Example, where's the bus? Or, what time is it? Here's the good news. You don't need perfect grammar to communicate. Even if you say, I go to store yesterday, people will still understand you. The goal is to get your message across, not to be perfect. 3. Pronunciation. Finally, let's talk about pronunciation. This is where a lot of learners struggle, but with a little practice, you can make huge improvements. Start by focusing on sounds that are tricky for you. For example, the TH sound in words like think and this can be challenging for many learners. Another tip, record yourself speaking and compare it to a native speaker. Apps like Elsa or Google Translate can help you check your pronunciation. Now, let's put it all together. Here's a simple exercise you can do every day. Pick 5 high-frequency words or phrases. Example, how are you? Or I need help. Write a sentence using each one. Example, how are you today? Or I need help with this project. Practice saying the sentences out loud, focusing on pronunciation. Remember, building a strong foundation takes time, but it's worth it. Once you have these basics down, you'll feel much more confident speaking English. So, grab your notebook, start with these tips, and watch your skills grow. Next, let's talk about immersion. Immersion is one of the most powerful ways to improve your English because it helps you learn naturally, just like how you learned your first language. The idea is simple. Surround yourself with English as much as possible. This means listening, watching, reading, and even thinking in English. Let's break it down step by step. 1. Watch movies and TV shows. Watching movies and TV shows in English is not only fun, but also incredibly effective. It helps you learn vocabulary, pronunciation, and even cultural nuances. Here's a pro tip. Start with subtitles in your native language. This helps you understand the context. Then, switch to English subtitles to connect the spoken words with their written forms. Finally, try watching without subtitles to challenge yourself. For example, if you're watching a scene where someone says, I can't believe you did that, you'll hear the pronunciation, see the sentence structure, and understand the emotion behind the words. It's like a mini English lesson in every scene. 2. Listen to podcasts and audiobooks. Podcasts and audiobooks are another great way to immerse yourself in English. They're perfect for learning on the go, whether you're commuting, exercising, or just relaxing at home. Here's a challenge. Pick a podcast on a topic you enjoy, like technology, travel, or self-improvement, and listen to it for 10 minutes a day. Don't worry if you don't understand everything at first. Focus on catching key words and phrases. For example, if you hear the phrase, I'm really excited about this project, write it down and try using it in your own sentences. This way, you're not just passively listening, you're actively learning. 3. Think in English. Now, here's a fun challenge. For the next week, try to think in English. Yes, you heard that right. Think in English. For example, when you're brushing your teeth, think, I'm brushing my teeth. When you're eating breakfast, think, this food is delicious. It's a simple but powerful way to train your brain to think in English. At first, it might feel strange, but over time, it will become second nature. You'll start forming sentences faster and speaking more fluently because you're not translating in your head anymore. 4. Change your environment. Another way to immerse yourself is to change your environment. Label objects around your house with their English names. For example, put a sticky note that says window on your window or table on your table. Every time you see the label, say the word out loud. This helps you associate the word with the object and reinforces your learning. You can also change the language settings on your phone or computer to English. This forces you to interact with English every day, even if it's just navigating your device. Now, let's talk about the most important part of learning English, speaking practice. The key to fluency is speaking every single day. But how do you practice speaking if you don't have someone to talk to? Don't worry, I've got you covered. Here are some practical ways to practice speaking, even if you're on your own. 1. Talk to yourself. Yes, you heard that right. Talk to yourself. It might feel a little strange at first, but it's one of the best ways to practice speaking. For example, when you're brushing your teeth, describe what you're doing. I'm brushing my teeth. The toothpaste tastes minty. When you're cooking, talk through the steps. First, I'm chopping the vegetables. Next, I'll heat the pan. This helps you get comfortable forming sentences and thinking in English. Plus, it's a great way to practice vocabulary related to your daily life. 2. Use language exchange apps. If you want to practice with real people, language exchange apps are a game changer. Apps like HelloTalk and Tandem connect you with native English speakers who want to learn your language. It's a win-win. 3. Practice with AI chatbots. Don't have anyone to talk to? No problem. AI chatbots like ChatGPT or language learning bots can be your conversation partners. For example, you can ask, "Can you help me practice ordering food at a restaurant?" The bot will simulate a conversation with you. It's a great way to practice in a low-pressure environment. Finally, record yourself speaking. This might feel a little awkward at first, but it's a powerful way to track your progress and identify areas for improvement. For example, pick a topic like my favorite hobby and record yourself talking about it for 1 to 2 minutes. Then listen back and ask yourself, did I pronounce the words correctly? Did I use the right grammar? Did I speak clearly and confidently? You can also compare your recording to a native speaker and see where you can improve. Let's be real. Speaking a new language can be scary, but here's how to overcome that fear. Start small. Practice with a friend or a family member who's supportive. And remember, every mistake is a learning opportunity. Celebrate your progress, no matter how small. Confidence comes with practice, so don't give up. All right, that's it for today. To recap, stop studying, start speaking, and focus on communication over perfection. Use technology, practice daily, and don't be afraid to make mistakes. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, share it with a friend, and subscribe for more tips on mastering English. And remember, fluency is a journey, not a destination. Keep practicing and you'll get there. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.